not only is it the music at the shows that resonates and vibrates, right? But it's you speak from your heart, and I think it's been affectionately termed by your fans is the Doug rap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And could you tell us a little bit more about the Doug rap? And is it like a stream of consciousness, a flow state that comes, or is it just something whatever's on your mind?
It's a combination of both.
Hmm.
Um, I kind of stumbled into it. Doing Over My Head, we would drag the song out. And one night, I think I just started like doing like a church gospel thing and talking like a preacher and stuff. And the next thing I knew, I was spewing out stuff I've been going through, thinking about or learned, you know.
Hmm.
And so it ended up um, every night I would just walk up to the mic and kind of open my mouth up and just start talking. I would think of what I watched on the news that day, or what was, because there's always I'm a what's the word for it? I I really, really, really work hard at trying to figure out how to make peace between everything. I want to understand why you feel the way that you do, so that I can not be so upset when you do that.
Hmm.
Um, so that's the biggest thought in my head. So when I start talking as a, you know, as a preacher, you know, the bottom line is how I learned that was I went to a Black gospel church, and that's just what the preacher did. He got up and he talked, and he was clever, and he had poetry, and he told you what was up. Then he'd start singing the hymn, and then everybody get all emotional. People started jumping and shouting and stuff. So I literally am imitating Reverend Singleton, but in it I'm giving myself. And what happens is like I said before, this I've been doing this sermon for 30 years or so. And through the years, it turned into, like, when you're doing a 6-month tour, it's usually the same sermon at that point.
Hmm.
So like Woodstock was the sermon of 94. And and I look back at that now, I think that was at my lowest point, where I was angry about the way I was raised, and angry that parents didn't show love to their kids. And I just wanted to talk about it and let everybody know that if you have kids, you know, make sure you show them that you love them, or else you're going to be like us, you
Hmm.
know. And that was my long speech at that time. But then I look back at now, because that was a long, long time ago. Sermons have changed. You know, I'm kind of anti-political. I talk about us in the middle all the
Hmm.
time, who believe some things on this side and believe some things on the other side. You know, we can't go one side or the other, because we know it's not right. I look for those people, and then I want to share what I've learned with those people, so they can go share that to the people that they have to deal with. You know, that's just it really does go out. That goes in my mind. It's a subconscious thing more than anything. But when I write lyrics, I think about that. And sometimes it's embarrassing, some of the things I've written about myself. I just go, oh my goodness. Even my mom would go, to Doug, do you have to kind of spew everything out about our family on a record, you know? And I'm thinking, yeah. Or like my great uncle said, why's he got to talk about my mama like that? It was my great grandmother who didn't show me love. And I'm talking about that. And he kind of had a problem with that, but he never told me, you know.
Hmm.
My relatives always would allow you to be yourself and do what you do. They
Yeah.
always were good about that.